Hello, my name is Joshua Edwards and I'm part of the Academic Support Center. And today we're going to be talking about APA reference list. Talk about your reference page and how it should look. Just kind of a quick housekeeping. Your reference page should look as such. It will be in alphabetical order though. I have it grouped in source type just for the sake of the video to make it easier. And you'll have to make sure that it's Times New Roman. The font size is 12. And as well, this is double spaced, and make sure that the indentation is going to be hanging. So for instance, if you click this, you'll see right here, space options, there we go. It'll be hanging, so it'll be hanging indentation. Likewise, there's a couple of special capitalization rules in APA that's different than other styles. So just to quickly go over that, for the most part, your titles and such are going to be in sentence casing. So as we see here for a book, it's in sentence casing, but there's a special exception. So anything that follows the colon for the titles of work, it's going to be a capital letter. So for instance, as you see here, say this is the actual title of the work, title of the work or title of work, colon, and then capital letter. This is also true if there is, say, a proper noun or a name. So for instance, say title of work, capital of, and then say this said the United States. The United States would be capital, but the rest would be lowercase. So it's like sentence casing, but there's a couple little special quirks about it. So for instance, let's look at, where is the journal? Here we go, the journal. So the title of the actual article within a journal is going to follow the same sort of special rules of capitalizations here. For the most part, it'll be sentence casing, except for things that follow colons and things of that nature. But the title of the journal itself, or the periodical, as well called, will be title casing. It'll be in title. And as well, notice the italics. And we'll get into this more as we get more into the video. But I just wanted to note a couple special capitalization rules within APA. Alright, so for books, it's going to be as such. You're going to have the author, comma, the initials. You're going to have the year of publication. Again, you're going to have the title of the work. And remember the special capitalization rules that we talked about. Anything after the colon you're going to capitalize in the beginning of the phrase, but the rest of it will be sentence casing. And this is in italics. All right. Likewise, the publisher's name is going to be here, and if the DOI is available, it will be here as well. Now, there's multiple authors. You're going to list it at the and I believe this goes up to about 20 authors. So just keep that in mind. And it's the same thing if there's multiple authors. The only thing that's different is the beginning part right here, where the authors' names are. This is something you'll probably be using a lot, so I got a couple examples to go over. If you're lucky, sometimes we don't always get this, but if there's an author listed, it'll be the last name, comma, initials. It'll be the year and the month and the date if it's accessible and if it's there. You'll have the title of the page, and it'll be in italics. The site name, whatever it is, and as well the URL, so where you found it. If there's not a author listed, but if there's like a group or an organization like Mayo Clinic or WebMD or something like that, right? You'll have the group name here. You'll have the year, the month, date, everything's the same except that you're gonna have the organization or the group name there. Now, say there's not an author or a group or organization listed, or it's just the title of the page is more prominent. You'll have that in italics as the name. You'll have the year, month, date, the site name, and notice here, see how that switched right there, right? So it's going to be the site name, and then when you retrieved this, the month, date that you retrieved this, the year, and then from, make sure that word's there, and then you'll copy and paste the URL. Now, say that in any of these examples, the year is not listed, where you're not able to see it. What you'll have here is you'll have ND, so it's not disclosed where you're not finding it. And notice author name or author or group name, ND, title of page, site name if it's even applicable, and as well the URL. simple. You're going to have the Bible version title. So New American Standard, NSRV, New Living Translation, whatever the title of the version it is, that's what you're going to have there. It's going to be in italics. You're going to have the period, the year, the publisher, and if it's through an online source, the URL. And that's how you cite your Bible citations. So for the author is going to be listed depending on the number of authors. This example I have 3, but author's last name, comma, their initials, period, comma, and then so forth. The last author in the list, or the first author if it's by itself, author, comma, and then the initials, period. Followed by parenthesis the year that was made in, parenthesis, period. The title of the article. Notice this is APA casing, or the sort of modified sentence casing we talked about earlier. But the title of the periodical. Now this will be italicized as well. It will have the title casing, okay? Different casing than this. Likewise, the volume number will be italicized. And this is the interesting part. There's no space between the volume number and the parenthesis for the issue number. Okay? So this is not an error. This is how it would actually be. So parenthesis, issue number, parenthesis, comma, the page range you use, and as well, you'll end it with the DOI or the URL that you'll find it in. And if you can't find one, you don't need to list it, but it's preferred to have that. Encyclopedia or a dictionary. This is how you're going to do it. So you're going to have the last name of the author. You're going to have the year. And this is the author of the entry. Okay? Not the work in total. We're going to get to that in a second. But of the entry within the dictionary or encyclopedia. Again, title of entry. Then you're going to have in, and these are the editors, okay? So there's one editor, there's multiple editors, as you see with the journal. This is how it's going to be listed if there's multiple editors. And again, you need the ED there to signify that these are editors. You're going to have the title of the reference work. So this is the encyclopedia or dictionary in its totality. It's going to be in italics. You're going to have the edition, and then again, the page number, if it's going to be there, and as well, the publisher. Now, say there's not an author listed for that, or there's something, or there's an institution or organization that is publishing the work. Again, it's going to be kind of similar to the web pages. You're going to have the institution or organization's name here. You're going to have the year, again, title of entry, and in. Now, this is the difference, right, between that and the author. There's going to be in, title of referenced work. Notice the sentence casing here in italicized. Edition, comma, page number, period, and then ending with the publisher's name. And that is how you cite your encyclopedia and dictionary citations. Is going to be a section of an edited compilation, also called collective works, and also called anthology. For the sake of simplicity, we'll just use the word anthology. So if you're going to quote or cite, the anthology in total, it's going to be the last name and first initials of the editor. It's going to be the year. Again, sentence casing with the special capitalization rules of either right after the colon and the first letter within the section. Anthology title, right? But it's italicized. Note that. Volume number, if it's applicable, if it's there, and publisher location and the publisher itself, publisher, right? Now, if you're going to cite a specific entry or a text or work within the anthology, you have the author of that work, his last name, and then their first initial. You're going to have the year and the title of the work, but this is not italicized. And notice it follows the same special capitalization rules as well. Likewise, you're going to have in. This is kind of important. It may look like an oversight, but you need the word in and then the editor's first initial and last name. Comma. You're going to have the title of the anthology, again, same sort of sentence casing, special capitalization rules here, and this is italicized. Then you're going to have the volume number or the page number, and as well the publisher location and the publisher. And this is also another added aspect of it too, original work that it was published in, the year that it was published in. This has been APA Reference List. I am Joshua Edwards of the Academic Support Center. If you need any further help, feel free to email or come on in.